So clarity, creativity. The third one is calmness.
Mm.
The gift of solitude is that solitude is that space and time where we allow our emotions to come down.
Mm.
And he deals here with, General Mattis of U.S. fame was known as the warrior monk um, because he spent a lot of time at a desk, once again, journaling, writing, but reading.
Ah.
And Mattis said, an effective leader is one who maintains their balance and reflects when all around you people are reacting.
Mm.
They also tell the story of Lincoln in 1863, where in the pressure cooker of the Civil War, um, he would go away to a quiet place, and it was there that his biographers and family would say it was there that he would often break down,
Mm.
but it was there he would regain his calmness.
Mm.
So this kind of idea that he made a choice to go somewhere, and as the writers say, break down in private, but then collect and gather the emotion and allow that to be productive solitude to allow his spirit to calm, his mind to calm. Ulysses S. Grant, the same thing. He tells the story of the woman in Burma, Aung San Suu Kyi, in 1990. She spent 15 of the 21 years from that point forward under house arrest,
Mm.
and that allowed her to develop a calmness and a magnanimity towards others. So solitude is that place where we process sometimes the real pressure and emotion of leadership, but we do so in a place that allows our emotions to sort of come down.
Wow, cool.
Calmness.
Yeah.
The final piece is courage, moral courage. Solitude allows us the opportunity to get back in touch with what anchors us in terms of what we truly believe. And here he uses the contemporary example of Doug Conant, who led at RGO or Nabisco for a number of years in Campbell Soup. He worked as well at General Mills. He says that his leadership was transformed when he decided every morning to spend 30 minutes to sit quietly and to think about 5 things: my family, my work, my community, my faith, and my personal well-being.
Wow,
And
that's
he was
good.
very deliberate about these are getting him in touch with what is the most important priority of my life.
Mm.
And that brought moral courage. He also writes about Winston Churchill, is that Churchill also spent time, and one of his biographers makes the point that the quintessential Churchill, the Churchill most people never saw, was Churchill prowling his study at night by himself, an inner shutter drawn in the private blackout of the mind, excluding everything but the topic before him.
Wow.
And one of the things that Churchill did during World War II is that his personal secretary said he would write down every day 10 ways to win the war.
Hmm.
And the personal secretary said my job was to make sure the crazy ones never saw the light of day. But he took time for personal reflection to get in touch with the matters of moral courage. And when they conclude the book, they say, what do we do when in this place of solitude? What do we focus on? And very simply, they say we focus on hard thinking, the deep work of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit different than the spiritual tradition of prayer and meditation around the word. That's of great value. That's a core spiritual discipline. This may be a little bit different of solitude of leaders thinking and thinking deeply and hard about things. And you can't do that in the fray. You can't do it in the noise. You can't do it in a room full of people. You've got to close the door. And they don't say that in this book, but someone has said in our modern day and postmodern day, we need to shape the cloister anew. We've lost the sense of the cloister, or what Jesus referred to as the closet.
Yeah.
Of closing the door somewhere where we have a space. Secondly, is getting in touch with first principles. So this is that matter of getting reconnected with what are the first principles of my life, the core of my core, the North Star principles. And thinking again about those, because in the noise, we lose sight of that.
Yeah, because the loud voices capture our attention,
Yep.
and we spend way too much time on one thing
Right.
and to the neglect of other important
Yep.
things in our life. Yeah, and boy, isn't that a common
Yep.
mistake?
And the final element is simply just get back, find once again, and focus again on your higher purpose.
Hmm.
What is the purpose of your life? Why are you here? And at Crest, we talk a great deal about the need, often at midlife, to get clarity.
Yeah.
But we can't get clarity and actually be creative at midlife. We can't, I think, bring a calmness and this final matter of moral courage without the discipline of solitude.